Hey guys, it's Sandro here with my review today on how to ceramic coat a motorcycle. For those of you that have been following this motorcycle series, you would have seen the previous videos where this Honda Monkey was washed and decontaminated, and then had the paint and trims polished or paint corrected, which now leads us to the third and final detailing stage and video of protecting the bike with a ceramic coating. In part 2, I ended by giving the entire motorcycle an IPA or isopropyl alcohol-based wipe down in preparation for the coating, and I'm also going to start this video by giving it yet another alcohol-based wipe down. I can't stress enough just how important it is to ensure that every area and trim you intend on coating is completely clean and bare to allow the coating to effectively bond, last and perform as it should. The coating I'm going to be using is C-Quartz Finest Reserve, which I went through in my video on how to polish and ceramic coat a motorcycle helmet, as well as explaining C-Quartz UK 3.0. So if you want a little more information on those specific coatings, you can have a look at those videos, as well as quite a few other videos on this channel about various ceramic coatings and their more specific applications. So I'm going to start by coating the rims, as they usually are the most time-consuming part. To apply the coating, I'm going to be using a foam applicator, as I personally find it far better for the intricate areas on a motorcycle rather than the standard block and micro suede applicator that most coatings come with. So firstly, I'll initially apply a few drops of the coating to the applicator to get it nicely primed. I'll then dab the coating evenly throughout one side of the rim to ensure it has even distribution of the coating. And then I'm going to start spreading the coating over every single area of that side of the rim and go over it a few times to ensure the whole area has a nice and consistent even coat. I'll then apply a little more coating to my applicator and repeat the process on the other side of the rim. Now all coatings are a little different in relation to how long you need to wait before you wipe or level them down with a microfiber cloth. And all coatings will also vary once again based on the ambient temperature they're applied in. In my particular case, using C-Quartz Finest Reserve, which tends to be a slower flashing and curing coating, and in my weather condition, which is colder, as it is winter here in Melbourne, that means that I had to give the coating a good 8 to 10 minutes to bond and flash to the surface before wiping or leveling it down. So just do a little research on the particular coating you're using, and hopefully the manufacturer can also provide you with some good information on its application. If you're new to ceramic coatings, I tend to steer you towards C-Quartz UK 3.0, which flashes instantly, so you don't need to worry about how long to wait before wiping it down. You just simply apply it and immediately wipe it down. And unlike C-Quartz Finest Reserve, which also needs to be infrared cured, you don't need to worry about that with C-Quartz UK 3.0. as it will cure and harden on its own accord. So after applying the coating and allowing it to flash and then leveling it down streak free, I then used my infrared lights to cure it while I repeated the exact same process on the rear rim. Now with most ceramic coatings, I really recommend applying a second coat, as it will tend to increase the coating's performance and durability quite noticeably, and you can certainly apply even more layers if you wish. But 2 coats is realistic and reasonable to apply time-wise. So after the first layer has been infrared cured and allowed to cool, you'll see me apply a second layer to both rims in the very same manner. So with the rim coating process completed, I moved on to coating the rest of the bike. Be sure to use clean applicators and cloths for the rest of the bike and just discard the ones you used for the wheels. As a general rule, you can certainly coat just about any panel or trim on a motorcycle, which includes painted panels, glass, clear and textured plastics, with both gloss or matte finishes, and of course metal trims. Now you will find that there are more diverse coatings out there that have been more specifically designed and marketed at coating trims, wheels and glass. But apart from a few exceptions, which I won't get into right now, the best coating to use on any vehicle's surface is the best general coating you can get your hands on. So you really don't need to buy 3 or 4 different coatings. Just buy one really good one and use it to coat the entire bike. Apply a few drops to your applicator, dab it into the section, spread it evenly over each area several times, allow the coating to flash or bond, and then use your 2 microfiber cloths to firstly gather the majority of the excess coating and then secondly to buff the surfaces streak free. A few tips I can offer is to work in a systematic way from top to bottom and front to back along the bike, so that you don't miss any areas or get confused as to what you've already coated. Don't try to apply the coating to too many trims or panels at once, but just a few at a time that is manageable and doesn't cause you to rush or degrade the level of results you can achieve. Much of the remaining coating footage is fairly self-explanatory, so I'll just let the footage do most of the talking. As I completed each area of the motorcycle, I began infrared curing those sections as I continued coating the remaining ones. And just like the rims, I also did a second coat over the entire motorcycle, but I won't bore you with all that footage as it's pretty much identical to the first layer of coating. So with the 2 layers of Sequart's Finest Reserve applied to the entire motorcycle and then left to cure for a couple more hours, the next step was applying CarPro Reload. It's not compulsory to apply a top coat sealant such as Reload, but I really do recommend it, as it will protect the coating during the first vital week that it needs to fully cure. Reload is quite easy and quick to apply. Just start by priming a microfiber cloth with a few sprays of Reload, and then just use a small spray or two for each section. Spread it in with your primed microfiber cloth and then immediately use a second cloth to buff it streak free. And anywhere that you've applied the ceramic coating, you should also apply Reload. The final stage was coating the motorcycle seat using C-Quartz leather coating. As mentioned earlier, there are a few exceptions as to what a general coating can be used for, and leather and vinyls or car interior trims are some of those exceptions. Unlike using exterior coatings that harden and would be compromised if used on a motorcycle seat, C-Quartz leather doesn't harden, so it will flex and conform to the seat during use without degrading it. And I'll also add that it won't create slickness on leather or vinyl seats, so it's completely safe for riding. Before applying C-Quartz leather, you must ensure that the seat is completely clean by using a leather or interior cleaner to remove any dirt or oils that will prevent the coating from properly bonding to the seat. After it's been cleaned, it's also a really good idea to give the seat an alcohol-based wipe down to remove any remaining detergent or cleaning residue so that the seat is completely clean and bare. Similar to applying any coating, just follow the basic application of dabbing the coating all over the seat and then using a standard backing block and micro suede cloth to spread it all over the seat, making sure to go over each section several times. In many cases, you don't even need to level or wipe off the coating when applying it to leather or vinyl, as it tends to mostly self-level, but there may be one or two high spots remaining that you can come back and level down after most of the other coating has self-leveled. And just like the rest of the motorcycle, I also applied 2 coats of C-Quartz leather to the seat to give it some added performance and durability. As far as caring for your motorcycle's coating, just be sure to give the motorcycle 24 hours before use to allow the coating to set and harden. And also be sure to wait at least a week before washing or cleaning the motorcycle with any detergents or chemicals, as the coating does need a full week to completely cure and build up its resistance. But beyond that, the whole reason for applying a ceramic coating is to make the upkeep and cleaning of your motorcycle so much easier. You'll find that your bike stays cleaner for longer, and when it does need a clean or wash, you'll also find that the dirt and grime just rinses off so much easier due to the coating's massive hydrophobic and self-cleaning abilities. So in the end, you can really just concentrate on riding and enjoying your bike with the knowledge that it looks fantastic and is well protected. I'll leave you with the final shots of this little Honda Monkey absolutely gleaming with new life and vibrancy. As always, I really hope you guys enjoyed and found this video useful. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel to show your support for these videos, and I'll see you guys soon.